Welcome back to the channel for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So this video will be a part of the weekly preparation that I do. Just gonna back test the previous week and understand what I could have done differently and look at what I saw or did see with a fresh pair of eyes as opposed to what I actually took in the previous week. So this is just so I can prepare to call accurate trades and analysis out in the Market Mentors Discord, where you can see I'm posting like my different analysis, what I'm taking, my winning trades, and various things that I'm doing. So I will check out the link in the description to join the Market Mentors Discord, and I'll see you guys there. Then it gave us some 1 minute moves right here. I did call this out in my last session as well, take this live in the Market Mentors Discord. So just seeing this accumulation here, all these inside bars, sweeps to the downside, sweep this liquidity here, breaks to the upside, leaves a lot of imbalance, set my entry here, and it pushes to the upside right before the 9:30 open, and then 9:30 open just reverses to the downside, moves right here. I did call this out in my last session as well, take this live in the Market Mentors Discord. So just seeing this accumulation here, all these inside bars, sweeps to the downside, sweep this liquidity here, breaks to the upside, leaves a lot of imbalance, set my entry here, and it pushes to the upside right before the 9:30 open, and then 9:30 open just reverses to the downside, sweeps a lot of liquidity, and goes on to the next area of interest. Then moving on to the next trade setup, there was a valid trade here, but it formed at a weird time, like right after market open, and realistically I wouldn't trade that because of all the swaps and the fees and commissions are really high at that time, so, and spreads are really high, so I wouldn't take that trade and I would have just missed it. So that's a potential win that could have made up for this in theory, but the timing is just a tad off. If this was 30 minutes later, I would have definitely taken this trade. It would have been a valid win, so it's all good. It happens. It's based on the same type of confluences. Sweeping the swing low here, breaking to the upside with the swing point, leaves some imbalance here, and it returns. So this is like you can see really clear, okay, the imbalance is forming here, and it's responsible for breaking this swing high as opposed to this one. The imbalance forms above it, and it's already broken. It's basically just broken from the 9:30 candle push and the reversal of it. So yeah, I'll just take that one out of the markings. And this one was one I was comparing. I didn't actually count this one as a trade, just one I was comparing for one I took live. And then down here you see another area of interest form, sweeping this swing low here and breaking this swing high, leaving this imbalance here that broke this swing high. So we need to go down to 1 minute once it gets to it, and this is your PM session on Thursday. So we had one valid loss here right at the PM macro session, and you see accumulated a lot of inside bars, slips to the downside, all this liquidity is being swept, and it finally breaks to the upside, leaves some imbalance here but also here. So you can enter in up here or up here, probably a little more ideal, but still a valid loss. Pushes down further into the imbalance, gives this trade here, where you see it has a little accumulation down to the downside, breaks to the upside, and then you set your entry there. And this trade did take a while to go through, so I'll go to the 15 minute. And it's one of those trades that it hit take profit here in my broker or on TradingView, but not my actual broker, so it is not showing here, but it hit take profit here in a different broker, and I should have closed it out, but I ended up closing out like a little down here. So that was one of those valid wins, but just make sure you're marking up on multiple brokers. Then from this trade, once this hit take profit, another area of interest formed, two areas of interest actually. So we had an area of interest formed here where it swept this liquidity, broke to the upside, and then mitigated this. And that would have been a valid reason to take a continuation, because there's a whole other higher time frame confluence with it. And you see in these little inside bars here, sweeps to the downside, a lot of liquidity being swept, and then goes to the upside, leaves some imbalance at least here, entering, and then there's your valid continuation. Then after that, another area of interest was formed from that push as well. So we're seeing some liquidity being swept to the upside, breaking to the downside, leaving this imbalance here, and then it gave us a 1 minute setup for the move once it tapped back into this liquidity, or this imbalance I should say. And then you see inside bars accumulation, sweeps to the upside, downside, distribution, then mitigates this imbalance, and really clean trade, just like 3 minutes long, and it goes right to take profit. So that would have been a really busy Asian session on Thursday, at least 2 wins and just of course managing this trade. Then that takes us to Friday, and Friday was a little busy, a lot of movement on Friday. So Friday gives us this sell area of or bearish area of interest here, seeing this sweep of liquidity to the upside and then breaking the swing low downside, seeing this imbalance being left, and then trying to take some sells from that area. Just didn't work out, so we see a kind of smaller accumulation zone, sweeping to the upside, sweeping this swing high, and then break to the downside. Left this imbalance here, tried to short it. It almost hit take profit, but it just reversed. So it's okay, those things happen. Just move on to your next trade. Then try to take this other type of move here, accumulation here. I was looking at this one, but it left no imbalance for my entry, so I didn't take it. So I was waiting for this one. A lot of accumulation here, a lot of inside bars, sweeps to the upside, but this wick breaks to the downside, leaves some slight imbalance here, and probably would have set my take profit or stop loss there, and it just hit stop loss before my take profit was hit. So valid loss there, and moving on to the next trade. So at that point, the area of interest was kind of being played through, and once it did that, it's setting up for another area of interest here. Breaks, it swept all this liquidity here, breaks to the upside, and you see it returns with this imbalance being broken. And even here, it formed again. Sweeps all this swing lows here, breaks the swing point high here, left this imbalance that broke the swing high, returns to it, and then you can look for a 1 minute buy there, and that played out in our favor on 1. So I would do that on the 15 minute and just let it play out. And yeah, so that's how we could have ended the week there. So currently looking for another 1 minute buy in this area to come back and play off of. So yeah, that would have been a decent week. I can go ahead and calculate the moves again. So looking at it, it was, we got to take some trades off, so just refining how I did that. So it would have been, let's say, 7 wins. I had 9 or 8 because I think I was counting potentially this one in there, or potentially this trade in there in the actual result. So we'll just say it was 7 trades, but we'll have to minus this by 2 because we had 2 inaccurate trades that I had to delete that weren't valid to take. So it would have been 7 wins for 5, and that's about what, 60 something percent. So I do 7 divided by 12, that's okay, 58%. So it's not the best win percentage, but that's still extremely profitable with how I do my risk to reward and take profit. So it's all good. It was not the cleanest week. It was a little choppy with weeks like, or days like this on Tuesday, and then Thursday was a little bit of ranging as well, but it's all good. It happens. And of course, like people like the Fed were speaking, so slightly choppy week, but it's all good. I'll wrap the video up here. I'll be doing another backtesting video about these previous weeks as well, going over those results. Like these were some better weeks, going 7 for 3 or 7 out of 10, and then going like 6 out of 10 or 6 out of 9. So we'll cover those weeks and see what those were like, and I'll see you guys in those next videos.